Hello, this is Mark, and welcome to our Lean channel. Today, we will explore element 8.2.1 of the ISO 9001 standard. Requirements for products and services. Before we begin, please click the subscribe button to help us promote our Lean project. Thank you. This clause consists of 4 subclauses. Customer communication. Determining the requirements for products and services. Review of the requirements. And changes. We will start this discussion from the element 8.2.1 customer communication. The clause requires that communication with customers shall include the provision of information related to products and services. B. Handling inquiries, contracts, or orders, including changes. C. Obtaining customer feedback relating to products and services, including customer complaints. D. Handling or controlling customer property. And E. Establishing specific requirements for contingency actions when relevant. Provision of information related to products and services. Normally, organizations address this requirement through catalogs, website content, trade shows, and other means. If you use hard copy product catalogs, be aware of a typical issue with such documentation. Often, I see such marketing materials not being controlled by the document management system. Handling inquiries, contracts, or orders, including changes. Typically, businesses comply with this requirement by establishing a process referred to as contract review through an ERP customer relationship management or CRM module. If you run a paper-based system, you will maintain records of inquiries, quotes, purchase orders, confirmations, and others in hard copy format. When you use an electronic CRM system, all your records are electronic, and the only things we should worry about are server backups and data entry errors. Network backup is an automated process. In most cases, this area has no issues. Data entry errors are a different story. Often, companies track and analyze such errors by establishing KPIs related to the number or percent of errors. Customer feedback relating to products and services, including customer complaints. Let's separate feedback and complaints categories for this discussion, as we will discuss complaints in element 10.2, Nonconformity and Corrective Action. A typical process for collecting customer feedback is distributing periodic, quarterly, or annual requests to customers to comment on the quality of your products and services. Typical surveys include questions on satisfaction with recent interactions with the company, how likely the customer will order products or services again, whether they would recommend the company, and others. A typical delivery method for such surveys is a link to the survey in the shipment confirmation email. More sophisticated models, such as the Customer Satisfaction Index, CSI, are also used to collect customer satisfaction data. The CSI model uses weighted attributes that reflect overall customer satisfaction. It does not matter which model you choose for your customer feedback program, be aware of 3 typical mistakes companies are trapped in. 1. Respect your customer's time. Too frequent surveys will not help you but may likely irritate the customer. I worked with a few companies that had a limited number of clients. These businesses conducted weekly customer operations meetings and yet annually sent customer surveys to the same clients. Number 2. Another issue to remember when designing your surveys is the number of grades you offer a respondent. You have probably seen some surveys that offer a 10-point scale with ratings such as most likely, somewhat likely, and similar others. Honestly, I always had difficulties telling apart such grades and just tossed these surveys. The third issue is the number of questions and wordiness. Remember the 3B rule for an effective presentation? Be bright, be brief, and be gone. The shorter the survey, the easier it is for a recipient to process. A requirement to handle or control customer property is a duplicate, as in clause 8.5.3, which refers to property belonging to customers or external providers. So, let's skip it for now and discuss it later. The last point, E, is to establish specific requirements for contingency actions when relevant. In the risk assessment process, you may apply considerations for contingency planning using an FMEA tool we covered in previous videos. Let's summarize our discussion today. Establish methods for sharing information relating to your products and services. Develop a process for inquiries, contracts, and orders, including changes. Choose means of obtaining customer feedback. Establish requirements for contingency actions using risk assessment tools. This is all for today, folks. As always, feel free to check our free downloads. Go to the Academy page on our website and see how our templates can help simplify your management system. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, your likes, and comments. Your support helps us promote our Lean QMS project.